Hello.
You can hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, much better.
It was not too clear.
Oh.
You've been okay?
Yeah, everything's good. It's just very busy.
Mm.
Uh,
Okay, everybody coming. Louis too. Hi, Louis. We don't hear you.
Check, check.
Yeah, that's better.
Two,
Yeah, that's it.
tasting, 1, 2, 3.
Morning.
One yellow, a little bit. Um, your voice is a little bit low level.
Uh, I don't know how to fix it.
Okay.
It should be fine,
Okay, good.
maybe. Is it?
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, now.
Okay. Yep.
And Louis is okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Your voice breaks up.
Well, welcome to my networking.
Okay. So, what should we talk about today? You have everybody. Somebody has a suggestion.
I have completed my new Zen.
Ah,
But it's not complete. I have some issues with it. So
right.
yesterday I built it and I was not able to get the Geiger tube in there as well. Like it doesn't fit.
Doesn't fit.
So yeah, currently you can see the battery
Yeah.
is next to the safe poles.
Mhm.
Yeah. And if I try to put the Geiger tube in there, it doesn't fit because the battery is in the way.
But that should fit. I have 4 of them built.
Well, I can't get it to fit.
Oh, wait
Like
a second. The board you have is a 406,
407.
407, and you put the you have protected
I
it.
have protected.
Yes, that doesn't work. You, I have to write it down. You have to get unprotected.
Right, but even with an unprotected, it wouldn't fit.
If
I
you
mean, like if I were to change this clip
no no
one
no no
down,
no no, go down. Yes.
yeah, if it goes one down, it still wouldn't fit, I
Oh,
think.
Oh, that fits. Sure, I built one.
Oh, okay, I guess.
It's a tight fit, but it
It's a
fits.
very tight fit.
Yeah, okay. But
yeah.
then the next issue is it would fit like this. I removed the battery
Huh?
now, but then it sticks out at the top.
No, no, it should just fit, as far as I
Well,
know. Hold on, let me
well,
check.
not this
Let me
one.
check. Let me check.
Like you can see it stick out. Like
Oh, yeah, I can see.
I can remove the casing, like the 3D printed part, but it would still stick out. Uh, I don't know what what the next step would be.
No, he's
Hold on a second.
Right.
That's a 406 board. I have to confirm that. Hold on a second.
Hmm.
This fits nicely. It
and
doesn't.
Rob, you use the lower mounting holes on
Yes,
the battery?
yes.
Yeah, but even with the like, I don't have my battery connected now. You can see
No, but
it
you
was.
have to lower the clip.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna have to lower the
the
clip in
lower
order.
clip. Right.
Oh, okay, why? Okay, yeah, I see. Okay, that's kind
Just
of
fit.
tough,
I
but
made I made a mistake, and the idea was for the second clip the second position was for protected, but it really doesn't fit. I tried many ways, but I forgot
Right.
to remove that one.
Okay, so but then I would never be able to use a protected battery.
Correct.
For that
Oh,
board.
okay.
I figured it out later too. I put it in the user manual already.
Right.
We
But
only,
either way, I do like this idea of like having the GPS module like just plug in here.
Mhm.
And I don't have any foam beneath, but
Oh.
it stays like this. It's very stable.
But if you drop it, I
I don't drop it.
I just drop plonk. Then they come loose, and then it becomes again you have to put them in and.
Yeah, well, if you have in the closed case,
For you it's fine, up to you. But for the user, I think I would prefer the little.
yeah. Well, I didn't have any foam left, so I just had to work with the stuff I had. I reused the switch, so it's on the side.
Understand? Okay.
I kind of like it.
Nice.
Like I just keep it on, and I can just turn it on with the button on the
That's true.
side. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'll just keep this, and I won't use the GigaTube then for this version. But I don't want to, I don't know, like reuse the old board that I have here. Like,
But
I
you
don't
can
know.
resolder it.
I could, but then, yeah, well, okay, yeah, I guess for this part. But I don't really need the GigaTube for development, at least. So,
Okay, that's true. That's true. You're right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
the
I'll
point,
take a look at it.
I forgot that. I have to remove it, and sorry for that.
Yeah, no problem. All right.
But every tube and everything works correctly,
Uh,
or you didn't try it?
well, I've tried it. Let's see. I didn't get a GPS connection yet, but it works. It blinks and it does connect with it, but it didn't get a fix yet because I'm inside. I was in the basement of my dad's, and I was working on the Core S3 code. So
Any progress?
some I was able to build it for the S3, but it doesn't run anything. It's I don't know. I just keep hitting like issues, but I'm making progress.
Okay.
Like I compiled it, I uploaded it, and then just a blank screen with no output at all. So I'm just changing the code a little bit to see what's going on.
But it did compile.
It did compile for the S3, but if I built for the Core 2 with the same unified library, like same, it's basically everything is the same code base. I get an error. I'm still like trying to figure out what's going on, but
You're not at the point you want to share it with us, then we can also have a look at it.
yeah, but I'll have to clean up some code because I commented out a lot, like I deleted parts that I know that I have to put back, and I'll just have to clean it up a bit, and then I can like push it. I'm on a separate branch right now, so.
Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah. So we can keep that clean branch. Yeah. I like that. And Louis, have been good, or you've been busy with many other projects?
Busy with many other projects. One thing to report is I had a nice conversation this week with a lawyer by the name of Feinstein here in Ontario. She's saying the nuclear transparency project.
But can you maybe switch off the video because the audio is nearly
Okay.
breaks up.
Yeah, it's because I've got, I don't know if you see the background, see the background, there's a lot of fun here.
No, it's,
How's that? Is that good, so?
it is the same.
Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Let's go back
It's
to
very
the
difficult to
plug-in
hear.
mic.
It's difficult to hear you.
Let me, okay, carry on without, I'm going to play around with my audio right now. Hang on, let's try.
Phone. Okay, now I'm using the built-in microphone. Is
Oh,
that better?
yes.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
way
it's
better.
better.
Bluetooth for the fail.
Yeah.
Bluetooth for the fail.
ah,
I was at a meeting with a lawyer, an environmental lawyer, who's heading a project. It's just starting up. It's called the Nuclear Transparency Project. And interestingly enough, they want to put fixed monitoring stations near the local nuclear plants. So she's
Wow,
quite interested in
that's good.
the development of the bGeigieZen and a solar powered device. But she's also talking about putting it in the neighborhood of fuel processing plants in Toronto and old uranium mining sites in First Nations territories. So
I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. So that's I mean, that was very excuse me, very preliminary. Normally, she represents environmental non-government organizations such as Waterkeeper. A lot of work in interventions, like in dealing with the regulator, and also trying to get some monitoring information out of the operator. So this is Ontario Power Generation, which operates the plants around here, and there's no problem getting the data, but they're very cagey about the methodology that they use. So that's an issue. Anyway, so that
Sorry, I don't understand. KT means they're not clear, or?
they don't really tell how they measure, and also there's some they have some wells, some like sampling wells around the for groundwater, right, for the groundwater monitoring, and they change which ones they report every year. So there's no consistency over time. Anyway, she has been in touch with Safecast. I believe she was talking to ASBE in the past, so she was already aware of Safecast, which is a good thing. And well, we'll see what happens with that. Other than that, nothing to report.
Would be very interesting to see something coming out of them. Because there are some projects in the States like C10, they're using I think Metcom's setup. It is quite expensive what they're using. And I think Ray was
They call themselves
Oh,
they call themselves C10.
yeah, C10. I can give you links if you want to. I think Ray was involved
sure.
in the beginning too, but I think he stopped supporting them. But
Okay.
And for me, I've been busy with Gravana, trying to get it up and running, and it's a long saga. But we're getting somewhere. It's not stopped working on that. And I'm trying to, maybe in 2 weeks' time, we can get the RDS on AWS fixed, and we get other things from Grafana fixed too, because Matt has more time in September, and he's going to help out himself, at least 30 minutes. That will be wonderful, because then we can have data back, streaming and real time, all those things will come back.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yep. And I hope the Postgres database will be fixed too, but let's see. And other things we're working on with trying to connect to Cyrus, and because what I want to do is we'll set up a parallel system with DuckDB and Grafana and completely serverless, so we can move it around where we want to. We're not locked to a server system. And that's developing parallel with the current situation and see how things work out. Not sure yet how to do it, but there's a lot of progress. So let's see.
I just finished setting up my my home server. So that's available for testing. It's FreeBSD, but it should be close enough.
And you, your home server is routed to outside, or?
No, but I could punch a hole in the firewall.
And you have, what do you expose, which ports? Because that's important.
Well, which ones you need. That's
Okay. And that runs 24 hours, or you have to switch it
well,
off?
well, not it will be running 24 hours, but not yet because I had a problem. For some reason, there's FreeBSD has two drivers for the RAID card in that server. One's old and one's new. And the old one took priority over the new one and kept giving me read errors. So I had to basically compile a custom kernel to remove the old one. So that went in as a trouble report, but oh well. Anyway, so once I got through that panic, seems to be solid now.
And one question, do you have a lot of storage space on it?
6 terabytes.
Oh yeah, that could be okay. I mean, some people 6 terabytes is like filled up.
I know. all I'm doing is storing, basically backing up home directories and videos and basically my own media.
Okay, because what I would like to do, if possible, at least a copy of the current database set from AWS on there. If you can manage to download it, the whole Postgres setup. In case something happens or we have to shut down AWS, we can run temporary things from your place if you have to. Really, I mean, I don't know what's
with my
happen.
networking.
What?
It's like with my networking, it makes me nostalgic for the good old days of telephone modems.
But at least we have a copy. That's my main concern. I don't have at the moment storage enough for storing this data.
Yeah. So if you give me if you give me the version of Postgres that you're using, and the actually no, if you
maybe best if you talk to Cyrus. Cyrus already has made a dump for himself, but he cannot.
Right. Okay.
So if you talk to him, he knows how to do it and pick it up.
Yeah, the dump is just a big, massive text file that's basically just SQL commands to repopulate the database. So
that should be fine. And Michael, you seem you're back. You had to escape from your cellar, or?
I had to walk the dog.
Oh, yeah,
I see.
good one.
Isn't it a nice morning?
It is. It is. It's I'm enjoying the cooler weather.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So I've been busy with other things. Unfortunately, we have the beginning of fall soccer season, and then we have these projects around the house. I'm doing work in preparation for that. Yeah. So I haven't had a chance to do too much. I was going to take a stab at the Unified Library. Yeah, so Yell, if you could just post anything just to as a starting point, I can get started. At least with the test bed, which I know, and I can peel stuff out of that if there's compile issues. I'm hoping there's a way out of this with the Unified Library.
Yeah, that would be great if you could do that.
Yeah, so if you work on it from the Zen side, I work on it from the test bed side. We might be able to get something.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's basically changing the import or the includes from the M5 Core 2 to M5 Unified. And a lot of things work out of the box, so might have to change some, like basically going down the compile errors, and once those are done, then it
Right.
should probably work,
Yeah.
depending on the code.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I could just get
Right.
it started with that. Okay.
Michael, sorry, a question about the GPS spoofing. You don't have to be going into detail, but the data from Pavlo was good for doing the
Yes.
checking.
He had
You find
he
something?
had yeah, he had 23 hours of data and I parsed it into events.
Mhm.
Some of them, that you don't have specific proof, but some of them appear to be spoofing, some of them appear to be what was it? Let me just hold on. Let me see if I can find.
I know Pavlo doesn't want you to share it, but I just want to hear your
Right.
report. I mean, I think it's very interesting that we have some data.
It appears to show at times dithering, spoofing, and jamming. Um,
Wow.
um,
Together?
no, not at the same time.
Okay, good.
Yeah, uh, for manipulation of GPS signals, and so I broke it up into events and sent that information to Pavlov.
Oh, that's good. He will be happy with that, I think, because they can use that data.
Right.
They had done some research themselves or already, or we are the first one to supply something like that to them.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I did that. Let me see. Come on. I did that work back on mid-June
Hmm,
for him.
okay. Thanks for doing that. I mean,
Oh, no problem. Yeah, my
uh,
pleasure. It really showed that, the capabilities of the test bed to capture and replay
hmm,
um, data. And then I also added the ability. So if you create a log with the test bed, you can put that log, change the name of it to a specific name, and then that will be your replay file for emulation.
mhm. Oh, that's nice.
And then you can load that data, or not that data, but the derived data into Google Maps
Mhm.
as was it GML or KML?
Okay,
It,
well,
it the tool I can generate either.
mhm. Yeah, I saw that you done that, and I tested it out. That works nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the spoofing was way off, or it was just a little
Oh
bit.
yeah. Yeah.
How much
Many
of
what?
how much
Um,
of
Let
kilometers?
me just see. Oh yeah. I should have left the room. Let me give you an idea of that. So the unit was fixed,
Mhm.
and when I first started looking at the data, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, on the order of 250-kilometer jumps.
Wow.
Yeah,
And any direction
just
or one
literally a
direction?
single, from one point to another, 250 kilometers. But here's the other thing about that is that the unit itself, and this was the unit, when I replayed the data um, to my GPS, the unit did not detect, no, his unit did not detect spoofing. There was no spoofing detection.
Oh, you mean the spoofing bit wasn't
It
set by
never
the
got set. Never,
Wow.
never even temporarily got set. Never changed.
Hmm, that's interesting.
And then there were periods where there's just no jamming, where there's just no, it goes from signal to no signal and then back again.
Like completely no signal? That's what
What?
you mean? No signal at all?
Well, I don't know what's going on inside the module itself, but it basically um, couldn't resolve to a position.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where he placed it, in a house or I have no
And then
idea.
there was some dithering going on where it just basically the position was, about 10-kilometer variant.
Yeah. I have another question about the GPS because by accident I ordered BK versions of the 880Q. And the K version is supposed to be more advanced. It uses a little bit more power, but I dropped some messages already in there. But it's for us interesting to have the K version or the E or the MN version.
Well, it depends on the chip that's built in. I think the K version was using the M9
Yes.
or the Neo, what they call them. And yeah, higher power consumption, but also if you look at the refresh rate, it can do, I think, up to 10 or sort of 25
25.
updates per second.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25 per second. So that's, I mean, that's all for your racing drones and all that, and
Mhm.
whatever things that go zoom and boom maybe.
But for if you drive
So
with a car, would that be helpful too? Yeah, I think so.
I'm not convinced.
No?
Like the
sorry, Michael, we've
precision
lost your audio.
might be.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Go ahead,
The
Yellow. Yeah.
precision might be better, but we don't need like millimeter precisions on the Zen.
Yeah.
So, and the power consumption is a thing. Prefer less power usage for
Yeah.
just a bit less accuracy or refresh rate. We only check once every second anyway. So it's nice to try out, of course.
And for the coding, it doesn't make any difference, the 8 or the 9 or the 10.
No, I don't know what version it has. The code specifically checks for two different versions for the M8 and the M10, but the interface is compatible with the M10. The M9 and the M10 are compatible. But I looked at the specs, like Yellow was saying, I looked at the specs and I like 1.5 meter versus 2 meter accuracy.
That's
Um,
fine.
I didn't really see anything that's like, oh yeah, this definitely warrants our time
Okay.
in looking at it.
I think
It would
the
be
price
nice
for me
yeah, it'd be nice if we supported it. Uh, but no.
So, Rob,
I just yeah, hold on a second. What do you want to say, Louis?
yeah, if you do a build and then monitor, like a upload and monitor, in the very early stages, it will tell you what the the
Yeah.
protocol version is.
I remember.
So M10 reports 34.10 or something like that.
Mhm.
It's
Right.
quite different from the M8. So just see if if it's the same protocol version, then we don't have any issues.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, good. I will check that.
And if
Yeah,
it's different than if it's slightly if it's different than the M10, it's just I just have to add that to the library, the Tina uBlocks library. But like I said, the protocol is the same as the M10. So I just have to put that option in there.
Okay. Because I think I by accident ordered it because I think it was cheaper. Because I was just going for the price and then there's an 880 Q and I said let's buy it, and I
Right.
didn't look at the detail. That was my mistake. So, but now we know there's a K around too. So
Right. Well, plug it into the thing and see if it works.
yeah, I will try that. I will build another version too. Yeah. Oh, I don't have to build it. I just have to make it and pop it in because I have a slot for it.
Yeah, just put a plug on it and plug it in, see what happens.
Okay.
Hopefully not a big puff of smoke.
Oh, we know the smokes. If it's not a fire, it's fine. Smoke is okay. The fire from the lipo were not repeatable. I mean, that was a scary one.
Yeah.
And it kept going, even in the metal box. I had to bring it outside. So, but that was an unprotected yellow, unprotected flashlight. Can do 30 amps. Like, oh.
Wow.
And that is unprotected. Well,
Yeah.
maybe we'll be fine with unprotected then.
You.
I do have an unprotected battery at home, so I'll just swap them out.
Then you can fix it. But whenever you have,
Right.
we still have other things to talk about. I mean, I told all my things I want to talk about. So, Jelle has more things, or
Not really, no.
and
No,
Louis?
I'm done.
No.
Nothing for now.
And Michael, you have something more, or that's what
No,
today?
no.
Okay.
Hopefully I have something for next week. Hopefully I'll get some
Okay.
time on the computer. It's actually been nice to have a little break from it as well. Stepping away from the computer every so often.
Yeah, I know that. I do it often. So go away.
Right. I just remember that, in the 40 something years that I worked for IBM, that I had I s- had a longer relationship with my computer than with anybody with people. That's the kind of yeah, it's kind of work-life balance that's not good.
Yeah, be careful with that.
Yeah,
Even Tesla would take breaks for his work.
right.
Nikola Tesla, let's say this way.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay. Okay, thank everybody for joining. And
Have a good week, everyone.
yeah,
Yes.
you too.
Thanks, Rob. Thank you.
Okay, thank you too.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yep.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.